Welcome back to Best Futuristic Gadgets. Electric bikes have been impressive for years. These five are something different. One of them has no hub and no spokes, a floating wheel that looks physically impossible and rides better than anything with a conventional wheel. One has two motors and climbs anything, and one launched as a brand new brand's very first bike and set a standard that established names are scrambling to match. 5 electric bikes built for the next generation, the future of cycling, right now. Number 1. Every bicycle wheel ever built had a hub at the center and spokes connecting it to the rim. The Kosmos F5 Hubless has neither, and it works better because of it. This is the world's first hubless foldable e-bike, a wheel design where the drive system sits at the rim itself, completely eliminating the hub and spoke structure that has defined bicycle engineering for over a century. The result is a clean, open center that looks like something from a design concept and rides like nothing you've experienced on two wheels. The hubless design isn't purely aesthetic. Without a hub and spokes, rotational weight is concentrated at the rim rather than distributed through a central mass, and the motor integration at the rim delivers direct, immediate power transfer with zero mechanical intermediaries between the motor and the road surface. And it folds, a full, hubless electric bike that collapses into a compact form for apartment storage, car transport, or transit carry, achieving portability without the structural compromise that most folding bikes make to reach their folded dimensions. Hubless wheels existed in concept for decades. Kosmos made them rideable and then made them foldable. Number 2. One motor moves you. Two motors move you up anything, loaded without slowing down. The 2026 Aniioki A9 Pro Max runs 2, and the 2026 update made the combination smarter. Dual motors, front and rear hub, deliver combined power that handles steep gradients, heavy cargo, and demanding terrain with an authority that single-motor platforms at any price point can't match. Both wheels driven simultaneously means traction where single-drive bikes spin out, and climbing capability that makes hills a calculation rather than a crisis. The 2026 refinement brings coordinated motor communication, front and rear systems exchanging data continuously, adjusting individual output based on traction conditions and rider input to deliver smooth, predictable power, rather than the lurching that poorly tuned dual-motor systems produce under load. Fat tires across both wheels provide the ground contact that dual-motor output demands, enough traction surface to put all that power down without losing grip on loose or wet surfaces. Hydraulic braking matched to the acceleration. Long-range battery that doesn't have your range for running two motors. One motor is enough for most rides. Two motors is enough for every ride. The A9 Pro Max makes sure of it. Number 3. New King is a bold claim. The GEMATIO TTS19 makes it with the specs to back it up. This is a flagship electric bike designed to lead the category in every measurable dimension: motor output, battery range, build quality, and the riding experience that determines whether a high-spec e-bike actually justifies its position at the top of the field. The GTS19's motor delivers the torque that earns the flagship designation, responsive, linear power delivery that performs identically whether you're starting from a standstill on a steep gradient or maintaining speed through a long climb with cargo. The motor doesn't fade under sustained load. It performs. Battery capacity is the headline specification, genuine, honest range that covers the distances serious e-bike users actually ride, not the best-case figures that manufacturers calculate under ideal conditions that real rides never reproduce. The frame and component spec matches the powertrain ambition, premium materials, considered geometry, and the quality of finishing that flagship pricing demands, rather than the compromise that flagship marketing sometimes delivers instead. New Kings make claims. Real ones deliver. The GTS19 is the one that brought receipts. Number 4. First products reveal everything about a brand's priorities. The Also TMB Launch Edition revealed a brand that refuses to compromise. Also entered the e-bike market with a philosophy centered around intentionality, a bike that does its specific purpose with the precision that brands focused on feature accumulation rarely achieve. The TMB isn't trying to do everything. It's trying to do what it does with complete conviction. The result is a clean, modern, urban electric bike with a motor and battery integration so seamless it reads as a conventional bicycle at first glance. No external battery pack announcing itself, no cable runs creating visual noise, no motor housing breaking the frame's line. The technology is present, it's just invisible until you start pedaling. When you do, the electric assist delivers a ride quality that reflects the design discipline behind the hardware. Smooth, natural, progressive, an assist that amplifies your effort rather than replacing it, with a response that feels calibrated rather than tuned. Build quality is flagship throughout. Components selected for longevity and ride character rather than specification sheet impressiveness. Launch editions establish what a brand stands for. The also TMB established it clearly: intention over accumulation, quality over quantity. The e-bike market noticed. Number 5. Most e-bikes do one thing brilliantly and compromise on everything else. The MIHOGO X1 was engineered to do everything and keep doing it longer than you'd expect. Multifunctional means the X1 handles the full range of daily cycling, genuinely, commuting, leisure, light cargo, weekend routes, without being optimized for one at the expense of the others. It's not a commuter that struggles on trails, not a trail bike that's uncomfortable on roads. A platform built around the actual variety of real riders' actual weeks. The long-lasting commitment is where the X1 earns its second defining claim. The battery management system is engineered around cell longevity, preserving capacity across hundreds of charge cycles rather than delivering peak performance in the first year and declining noticeably by year 2. The range you have at purchase is close to the range you have years later. Motor assist is tuned for naturalness, a progressive response that feels like amplified effort rather than electric substitution, with multiple levels that adapt to what each stretch of the ride actually requires. Integrated lights, fender coverage, rack compatibility, and a build designed for daily use over years rather than impressive specifications that don't survive real-world conditions. An e-bike that does everything well and keeps doing it for as long as you need it to. Thanks for watching Best Futuristic Gadgets. Subscribe and stay upgraded.